What it means when a guy touches the back of your neck. A gentle caress to the back of the neck often serves as a sincere display of affection. It offers a means for a man to convey his fondness without coming across as overly assertive. This tender gesture holds particular significance when you share a romantic relationship or have nurtured a deep emotional connection with one another. If you and this guy have a history together and he's gently brushing the back of your neck, it's highly probable that he's attempting to express the depth of his feelings. Nonetheless, there exist alternative interpretations when a guy touches your neck. Here are a few of them. 1. The flirty move. The neck, as an erogenous zone, is particularly sensitive to touch and can evoke sexual arousal. When a guy reaches out to touch the back of your neck, he might be discreetly conveying his attraction to you. This gesture could be a way for him to assess your response or potentially build a sense of sexual anticipation between you both. It's crucial to take into account the surrounding context and whether there are additional flirty signs accompanying the touch, such as prolonged eye contact or playful exchanges. 2. The protective gesture. On occasion, a guy may gently touch the back of your neck as a gesture of comfort or support, especially when you find yourself in a vulnerable situation. For instance, picture yourself strolling down a dimly lit alley, and your male friend places his hand on your neck. In this scenario, he's conveying his presence and letting you know that you can count on him to ensure your safety. It's an assuring act, signifying his care and sense of responsibility towards you. 3. The power play. Now, let's delve into the less favorable aspect of this physical contact, the dynamics of power. It's crucial to acknowledge the likelihood that when a guy touches the back of your neck, it could be an attempt to establish dominance or exert control over you. This becomes particularly relevant if the touch appears assertive, invasive, or unwarranted. In such instances, it's of paramount importance to rely on your intuition and establish boundaries, explicitly communicating your discomfort with the touch. 4. Always pay attention to the context. The interpretation of a guy touching the back of your neck hinges significantly on the specific circumstances and the nature of your relationship with him. It's vital to be attuned to the general atmosphere, as well as any verbal or nonverbal signs that accompany the gesture. Keep in mind that you maintain the right to communicate your unease or establish boundaries if the touch elicits discomfort. What does it mean if a guy puts his hand on your neck while kissing? When a guy places his hand on your neck while sharing a kiss, it can symbolize heightened passion and intensity. This tactile gesture often suggests his desire to intensify the connection and enhance the intimacy of the moment. It's worth noting that this touch could also be an unconscious attempt to establish a degree of control over the situation. However, it's important to recognize that this doesn't necessarily imply he's seeking dominance over you. Do girls like it when you touch their necks? When it comes to neck touching, girls' inclinations can span a broad spectrum. What one person finds sensual and pleasurable, another might perceive as uncomfortable or even ticklish. It's crucial to be observant of her response and, most importantly, to seek her consent before initiating any such contact. Her preferences can provide valuable insight into her boundaries and desires, aiding in a more considerate and respectful interaction. When a guy hugs your neck from behind, what does it mean? When a guy embraces you from behind, encircling your neck, it can be a romantic and affectionate gesture, often intended to pleasantly surprise you and convey a deep sense of love without uttering a word. Nevertheless, it's important to recognize that the interpretation of this gesture may also hinge on the context and your specific relationship with the individual involved. Trust your instincts and remain attuned to the prevailing ambience of the situation to discern its true meaning. Is touching the neck intimate? Neck contact possesses an inherent potential for intimacy. The neck, classified as an erogenous zone, implies that it is highly sensitive and receptive to tactile interactions, capable of stimulating sensations of arousal or emotional closeness. However, the degree of intimacy experienced is contingent upon various factors, including the context of the touch, the nature of the contact, and the specific dynamics of the relationship between the individuals engaged in the interaction. Is touching the neck flirting? Neck contact can often serve as a means of flirtation, potentially signifying attraction or an endeavor to cultivate sexual tension. However, it's important to acknowledge that not every instance of neck touching carries a flirtatious connotation. At times, it could be a protective or affectionate gesture instead. What does it mean when a guy puts his hand around your neck? When a guy places his hand around your neck, this action can encompass various interpretations. It might convey affection, signify a flirtatious inclination, or serve as a protective gesture. In instances where the touch feels assertive or unwelcome, it could potentially signify an attempt to establish dominance. It is crucial to rely on your instincts and evaluate the overall context to ascertain the genuine intention behind the touch. When a guy holds the back of your neck while walking, his intention might revolve around keeping you nearby and guaranteeing your security in crowded or unfamiliar settings. Conversely, it could also indicate a hint of possessiveness or a desire for control. As is often the case, the surrounding context and your personal sentiments play vital roles in understanding the underlying motive. How to respond when a guy touches the back of your neck. Your reaction to a guy touching the back of your neck should primarily hinge on your comfort level and the specific circumstances at hand. If you find the touch agreeable and feel at ease with the person, you may choose to respond with a smile, a tender touch in return, or a verbal acknowledgement. On the other hand, if the touch elicits discomfort or appears unsuitable, don't hesitate to establish boundaries by gently yet firmly moving his hand away or voicing your unease. It's essential to recognize and assert your right to define your own comfort zone and establish personal boundaries. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.